I don't know why people subscribe to me. I swear to God.
I haven't driven the Wrx in over 2 weeks. What's in this box is gonna fix that. I'm surprised if this thing actually starts because it's been such a long time since I've actually driven it. It makes some beeping noise, so that's pretty good. But pretty much today we are going to be replacing the ignition coils. I bought all 4 of them. If you know Subarus and you know how expensive the ignition coils are, you probably feel bad for me. Oh my God. I thought I got shot. That was crazy. You feel bad for me probably at this point just because each one is about $100, so $400 in those ignition coils. But it's something that I've needed for a really long time. These ones are just the stock ones. I have about 100,000 miles on them. Right around that mileage range is when they essentially kind of start to go out, especially if you're running a lot of boost, like around 20 pounds or so. They essentially just get weak and they could cause some misfires under boost, which is exactly the conditions that I've been having. So I'm hoping and pretty much know at this point that that is my issue. So we're gonna go ahead and replace them, and then we're gonna go finally for a little cruise and see if it actually fixed my problem. I'm pretty sure it's going to, so let's go ahead and do it. Now, in my opinion, I think Subarus are pretty easy to work on unless you're doing anything with the cylinder heads, because of course it's a boxer engine and, well, that means it's pretty much sideways compared to anything else. So it does kind of suck when you have to do any like spark plugs or ignition coils, because that's going to be right there. You can see right in there is what I need to get to. Sometimes it's actually easier just to remove the battery, and if you have like a stock air box, you have to remove the air box to actually get to this side here. But I think I can manage with, just because how like modified my engine bay is, I think I can manage just by getting in on the sides here, going under the intake, getting those guys out, kind of get my hand in there, and I'll see if I can get this one out, but it might be just easier if I take out the battery. So we're gonna go ahead, start taking those ignition coils out, putting the brand new ones in, and getting this thing done. Before anyone asks me, this is the part number. If you think you have the same problems, kind of like misfire under heavy boost, you're right around the same mileage, that's the part number for 2006 Wrx. You're welcome. New ones going in. And as you're putting the new ones in, if you guys don't know what it looks like down there, that's obviously where the spark plugs are, and that little rubber piece goes over the spark plug, so you kind of have to do a little feel around until you'll feel the spark plug actually go inside that rubber boot, and then you just push the rubber boot all the way down. It's more of a feel thing at this point, and then you know you're all good, and then you just tighten that bolt down. I believe it is a 12 mil. Tighten it down, plug it back in. The black connector goes in the back, the white connector goes in the front, just if you guys forget. I'm gonna go ahead, finish up all these 4, and then we're gonna actually hop in the car and drive it for the first time in a while. So I'm pretty stoked to see if it made a difference. Let's go ahead and do it. We are finished up, got all the ignition coils in. I'm gonna go ahead and start the car up, let it warm up. I just checked like the oil and everything, making sure it is all good to go for this drive that we're about to do. I gotta go ahead and move the wagon. There's also another car in the driveway, unfortunately it's in the way. So I'm gonna go ahead, turn this thing on for the first time in a while. Hopefully it starts, and let it warm up a little bit. Then we're gonna go for a little cruise. Champion, let's go. Also the boy Stephen Kwan, he is here, ready to go. Gonna go ahead and let it warm up. See you guys in 1 second. All right, so if Stephen Kwan and I look slightly different, that's because I'm using my old camera actually. And the reason being is I had my nephew around me when I was working on my car a couple weeks ago, and he dropped my Sony A7 Mark III. It's a super nice camera, so I was pretty upset about it. but I think the internal thing of it or something, like there's something that's shaking that's loose, so when I mount the camera on the window, you'll actually hear it. So obviously I want the best quality for you guys, so I don't want you guys to listen to a mic that's going to be rattling the whole time. So hopefully this is going to sound a little bit better than the other one would. We're going to go ahead and drive this thing now, because like I said, it's been a while, so I'm going to cruise it for a bit, and then we're going to do some polls and see if I have fixed my problem that I've been having for a very long time. All right, boys, we are about to do a little pull, a little mountain run, and see how this thing holds up. I drove for a little bit. I haven't done a pull yet. So typically it was happening in like the 3rd, 4th gear range. It almost felt like a fuel cut, but it was like a misfire. So let's see what happens. We'll give it another chance. It feels kind of better. This thing handles great. Holy shit. Oh my god. Weird. I mean, it feels good, huh? Yeah. I think I rubbed off like an entire tire. Like all the tread.
I smell it.
That was a good one.
That was bad.
That was a good one. We need a little more pressure in the bags, Captain. Oh, it smells
you
great.
smell it?
We'll let it do a little relearn. Honestly, it feels a little bit better, so I'm kind of stoked on that. But we're gonna continue to drive it, and I might even do a reflash of it because I feel like it might have been adjusting previously to the old coils. So we will see. I'll see you in a second. All right, boys. So this is the situation. I'm gonna be completely transparent, and I'm gonna tell you guys exactly how I'm gonna go about this, how I'm gonna diagnose this. So as I was driving, I got a flashing check engine light, which means typically or only means you got a misfire. It was flashing check engine, and then it went away. It wasn't happening as I got onto boost. It happened just a little bit after I was cruising, started flashing, and then it went away. So it's still not happy. It still doesn't like me. So now what I did, like I said I was going to do, is I reflashed my map. And then once you reflash, it's good to start the car, let it idle for a bit, let it adjust. And now I've been letting it idle for about 5 minutes or so. Cleared all codes. I'm gonna let it go through its cycle again. I'm gonna let it relearn with the whole new setup, with the let it adapt with the new coil packs. That guy definitely does hate me. And we'll see where we're at. I'm gonna go ahead and turn around, drive the car around, and then see if it's happy now. If not, another thing that I did is I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. I'm gonna figure out what's going on. Is I changed my data log presets. I'm looking at injector duty cycle. I'm looking at my AVCS, both of my intakes. I'm looking at a whole bunch of stuff that I mapped out that I can show you afterwards, or maybe I could just take a screenshot and show you like over here or something. But I checked all the things that I wanted to look at as I'm doing the pull and as I'm driving to see if anything looks weird, and that if I can't figure it out, then I'm gonna go ahead and send it to the tuner to see if he could figure out what's going on. Kind of seems like it's a fuel pressure related thing, so that's also what I'm mapping as well. So don't ever. Who's that? Sorry, is that a girl? I like girls. Where are we at?
No.
All right, for sure. So we're gonna go for a little cruise and see where we are at, and put a little bit more air pressure in the rear bags because of that. We took off some tire. You know what I mean?
I didn't check.
We definitely took off some tire. Okay.
The car's gonna hit it from this way and that.
No, it's chill. We got a huge wing. They can see us. We're like an airplane. Okay. You almost choke and die right there.
Yeah.
All right, baby. Come on. You just needed a little reflash, you know? Just needed a little reflash. It sounds good.
For some reason, it feels smoother for some reason. I don't know why.
It does.
I think I'm tripping out, but
No, I'm telling you, it does.
it feels like
It's just before, like you can even probably hear in the clips previous to this, it's just a little bit, it has a little hesitation before it gets into boost, which is just like a little bit of a misfire, and I can't really figure out what it is. I think I'm going to be leaning more towards a fuel pressure related problem. If you've had this problem, kind of what I'm describing, if you could comment down below, and maybe we can all figure it out together. But like I said, I'm trying to be as transparent as possible. I don't want to pretend like I know what I'm doing all the time. I am learning, so we will all learn together and figure this thing out. But let's see. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Someone needs to fix this road. For real.
Just that part.
No, for real. Alright. Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? It does feel a little bit better. I could be tripping. No check engine so far, you know? That's all that matters. You can't tell me it doesn't take the turns nice.
It does.
It definitely does, huh? Plot twist, we're doing absolutely nothing. We're just like not doing anything. No, we'll figure this thing out. I've been wanting to like get a couple like races lined up between like me and an STI and stuff, and obviously I want my car to be running at top shape before I get those videos out, so gotta do one thing at a time, gotta get this thing all set up, ready to go. But then I will, or if you guys want to see my friend with the 2007 STI, it'd be an interesting comparison doing a race between the two, modified Wrx versus STI. So that's a video I want to get out to you guys, and I definitely want to get my car fixed before we do that, so we will figure it out. Alright, we got another little bit of open road. We're gonna see, do a little second gear pull. It does a little, that weird hesitation. I'm gonna kind of roll on nice and see what we get, but gotta go around this blind corner first. Popo see me riding dirty, you know?
Felt good.
It felt good. It felt good. It's kind of hard to remember what it felt like right when I got it tuned, because that's obviously when it was running the best.
Yeah.
But that one felt pretty good.
There's like a little, but it wasn't.
It's a little bit, but at the same time, it's like, was that what it felt like before? Because do you remember like when it was at its worst?
Yeah, no, it was more like,
it was like gnarly, like super gnarly hesitation, like jerking and sputtering, and I think we're figuring it out. It's just probably the things when I did my engine build that I didn't replace when I was putting it back together, just like, of course, the coils that we replaced today. It's probably just those things can't really handle all the power that it's doing now. And I do have stock fuel rails also. I did upgrade my injectors, of course, to 1050s, but that was the one limiting factor, which was like not letting me get above 400 wheel, was the fact that I had stock fuel rails. It just can't have enough fuel pass through it. So I'm probably gonna end up doing a parallel fuel setup, doing like AN lines, and probably going IHU fuel rails. So that's probably next in the books. If I find out that it's my fuel pressure that's just not there, or my injector duty cycle is just all out of whack or whatever, that's definitely the things I'm going to be looking into. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. This is how a intro technician, I guess you could say, would go about kind of diagnosing this. Just, you know, checking things off the list and making sure everything is running straight, just going through everything. So I don't know, this is just the way my mind works, and this thing's blowing me out. Is it in my eye? It's in.
Is that my fault?
No, it's in my eye right now. Jesus Christ, carbon fiber, all up in my business. All right, we'll see you guys in a second. All right, one more pull for the boys. It just has a little bit of a sputter. It has to. No, that's second gear.
Oh, I thought
that was second. It feels better, honestly, than it did before. So that could have been possibly contributing to my issue, but I've basically now dialed it down to, now that those are all replaced, is I'm thinking it might be a fuel related problem. So now, oh, I wasn't even data logging. We gotta do it. I wasn't even data logging. Damn it. Honestly.
You can make a U-turn now, it's red.
Oh, I'm doing a U-turn.
Oh.
I am doing a U-turn.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, I am doing a U-turn for sure. Okay, let's see here. Now I got a data log because I thought I already was. I'm gonna do more polls. Whatever.
That was illegal.
Oh god. Oh god.
You're gonna hit the ground. Oh, never mind.
No, we're good. Okay, now we are data logging with all the parameters that I want to see. Gotta do another couple pulls for the boys. We just gotta roll into it nicer. That was good. That was good. That was good. It might be liking me now. It just wanted some attention, you know? Just had to say what's up to the boy. What the hell? Alright. Alright. I think she's happy now. She just wanted to stretch her legs out, you know? That's it.
Why going this way?
I don't know what I'm doing. One of the bust of you again. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Skirt, skirt. Alright, we're doing one more data log, and this time I'm gonna try to make it do the failure so I can see kind of what's going on as it does that weird kind of sputtering. So, roll into the gas. I feel like it's getting better every time. That was a backfire for sure.
That was bad.
I feel like it's getting better every time now.
Yeah.
Did we fix it? We're mechanics.
Try one more.
One more time?
Try one more.
Oh shit.
I mean, it's kind of a weird U-turn right here, but
Yeah, no, we'll figure it out. We're gonna do one more, and if it just continually gets better, then I'm gonna kind of just stick with the original thing, and it just kind of had to relearn and adjust to what it has now instead of what it was before, just because I did a reflash on the map. So we will see. We will see. All right, one more data log. One more data log. Sorry, excuse me. Here we go. Data logging one more time. Kind of roll in. Never do a pull in first. Roll in a second.
that was way better.
Hashtag way better. Hashtag viral. Good, we're so annoying. I don't know why people subscribe to me. I swear to God. All right, so what's up? Who's ready to race an STI? Me, apparently. STI is going down. Let's go, boys. So I'm still going tonight. Gonna be looking. Oh, I gotta turn off this data log. Gonna be looking at the data log, making sure all my stuff looks straight. If my fuel pressure is like maxing out or whatever, or if you know the numbers aren't really seeming right, if it seems a little bit too lean, then I'm gonna obviously address that situation and kind of move on from there. But like I said, I'm gonna drive the car throughout the week and kind of see if it gets better, if something gets worse, if something else pops up. But that was kind of the main point of this video, just replacing those ignition coils, making sure everything was straight, and kind of showing you guys the process of me just kind of going through that and knowing that, you know, my car's not perfect, things pop up, and just kind of how I would diagnose and address that situation.
It's your boy with them too.
Oh, must be nice. Gotta say what's up. So anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. Tonight, I'm actually going to be driving my boss's STI, which will be the following video after this one. He has Olin suspension, front and rear sway, like it's fully, like it is track ready to go. So that's gonna be really, really sick. He wants me to drive it and make a video on it, so that's going to be the next video. Hope you guys are excited for that one. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something, which is always the most important. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.